Hey everyone, here's my recap and reaction to Sister Wives Season 19, Episode 23, titled The Stars Will Fall from the Sky. We're deep into 2024 now, and honestly, grab the tissues. This is by far the darkest, most emotionally intense episode Sister Wives has ever aired. The episode opens on an unexpectedly light note, which feels almost jarring considering what's to come. First, we're in Christine's beautiful backyard where she's hosting a casual family gathering. McKelty, her kids, Isabel, and even some of David's kids are there. It's relaxed, fun, until David starts flinging a frisbee around like he's competing in the Olympics. Of course, it ends up flying over the fence into the neighbor's yard. Isabel offers to climb over to retrieve it, but Christine, in full mom mode, stops her. Nope, I'll go around and get it. We don't need injuries. Totally understandable, especially after Isabel's spine surgery. But David? He brushes past that and leaps over the fence like a defiant teenager. He insists, I'm a grown man. Nobody's going to tell me not to. Christine is clearly irritated, but also says she's happy with David, even when he pushes her buttons. Isabel, too, admits that her early doubts about him trying to replace Kody were unfounded. Still, how old is David? 60-something? Maybe chill before you break a hip for a frisbee. Then we shift to Mary's bed and breakfast. Big changes here. The last guest just checked out, and she's officially shutting it down for now. Instead of running it as a B&B, Mary's thinking of transforming it into a small event venue. You can sense this as a turning point. She never really wanted to run a bed and breakfast. It was more about carrying on what already existed. Now she's reevaluating everything, including her love life. She shares that some potential partners have been scared off, not just by her past in a plural marriage, but by her public persona. She doesn't mention the guy she soft-launched a while back. Was his name Amos? But clearly that relationship didn't last. We never saw him on the show, so maybe he got edited out entirely. Then, the tone suddenly shifts. A sunset, music that's unfamiliar for the series. Immediately, you feel it. Something is coming. Mary is back on screen, sitting in her interview setup. A producer starts prepping her for a segment about the carriage house. Nothing seems out of the ordinary, until Mary glances at her phone and says, "That's weird. Kody's calling me." If you followed the show, you know how rare that is. They barely speak. She brushes it off at first. He can text me if it's important. But the calls keep coming. Then a text pops up. It's emergency Mary's face changes completely. She picks up the phone, and then they cut away. We don't see her full reaction, but we quickly learn the devastating news. Garrison has passed away. It's one of the most heart-wrenching transitions I've ever seen on the show. The emotional weight hits fast and hard. We see Janelle, in tears, completely gutted. One by one, each family member is shown, speechless, overwhelmed, struggling to express the inexpressible. Here's what we didn't know before. It was Gabriel who found Garrison. It was Gabriel who had to call Janelle and tell her. The trauma of that is unimaginable. Janelle says she doesn't remember the minutes after the call. She just got in the car and drove. Christine, too, was told by Hunter, who was sobbing when he called her. She says she fell to the floor in her office. Through tears, she says they all knew Garrison was struggling, but hoped he would pull through. She couldn't even finish the sentence. And then there's Kody. He says he was consoling his children when Gwendolyn called and asked to come over. When she arrived, he says the grief just hit him all at once. Honestly, for once I really felt for Kody. Normally, I'm not in his corner, but in this moment, knowing he'll never get the chance to repair things with Garrison, it's just crushing. Watching this unfold with Garrison, it's just heartbreaking. The fact that he was Kody's son adds an extra layer of pain, and honestly, I just feel so heavy for him. For all of them. Not long after the news broke, Mary made her way over to Kody and Robin's house. Gwendolyn was there, and the way she just clung to Mary, it says everything. You can tell how deep this goes for the whole family. Maddie, we learn, was told by Janelle, and what she said really stuck with me. A few moments in your life alter your brain chemistry, and having to tell your siblings that another one of them died, that changes you. So yeah, it seems like Maddie had to be the one to break that news to a lot of her siblings. Can you imagine carrying that weight? And then they cut to Gabriel. My heart dropped the second he appeared. He's been through so much already, and I was terrified they were going to make him relive it all on camera. Thankfully, they didn't force him to go into detail, but he did share that Garrison felt more than he let on. He said a few kind things about his brother, and it was simple, but powerful. Then there's Kody. At the funeral home, when they were viewing Garrison's body for the final time, he said the only words he could think of were, "I'm sorry." That's it. And honestly, sometimes that's all there is. Christine opened up about the family service they held. She managed to speak without breaking down until she had to quote Garrison's favorite movie. The line, something like, "To the stars, Bowen, to the stars." And at that moment, she lost it. And so did I. Maddie talked about how Garrison had plans to move to North Carolina. He was so close to making that move, to being near her, but it just didn't happen. Another could have been. And then Janelle. She shared that Garrison wasn't a drinker. He didn't even like alcohol. But things changed during COVID, which, as we know, was also the time his relationship with his dad really started unraveling. Something over the past year really triggered him. Janelle revealed that there had been tough nights where he'd drink, pass out, and wake up the next day like nothing happened. And now? Well, now we're here. The family made the decision to lay him to rest in Wyoming. Janelle's way of coping is to keep moving, stay busy. Her sister even flew out to be with her in North Carolina. In one scene, her sister asks how she's doing. Janelle says, "Good days and bad days." But let's be real. That usually means more bad than good. She also said something that hit me hard. Even though she knows he's gone, she sometimes forgets. She has to remind herself. And that's just gut-wrenching. Then, in the final scene, and yes, it's a tearjerker, we're back in Flagstaff. Kody and Robin are sitting around the fire. There's a large photo of Garrison in his military uniform on display. It's a powerful image. They ask each other quietly, "Are you okay?" And you can tell. Neither one of them really is. Kody admits this was never supposed to happen. He says he regrets not fixing things when he had the chance. He thought there was more time. They both thought there was more time, and that's something so many of us believe until there isn't. Now Kody's stuck in the what ifs. What if he had picked up the phone? What if he had reached out more? What if he hadn't waited? He says he doesn't know how he's supposed to live the rest of his life. And that moment is just dark and hollow. I barely made it through this episode without breaking down. And judging by how congested I am, clearly I failed. This was one of the most emotional, raw episodes yet. I really thought they'd just gloss over the tragedy, but no, they went there. And next week, it looks like we're going even deeper. So, yeah, get your tissues ready. This is just the beginning. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more recaps and updates. I'll be here with you through it all. Bye, guys.